Hello student, how are you? Uh, in the last lecture, I have taught you how you can solve the simultaneous equation by graphical method. In today's lecture, we'll be going to study another method by which you can solve the simultaneous equation, and that is the Cramer rule. Okay, Cramer rule. Before it's actually a determinant method. It is determinant method. Okay. In practice set 1.1, we have seen the solving of simultaneous equation by elimination method. Elimination method. Okay. In that method, what we will do, we are eliminating one of the variable, either x or y, and in another say the practice set 1.2, we have seen the solving of simultaneous equation. I will say SE, okay, simultaneous equation SE by graphical method. Okay, and today we will be learning new method, that is the Cramer rule. Okay, so solving simultaneous equation by the Cramer rule. Before starting the Cramer rule, you must know what is determinant and how to solve the determinant. Okay, and particularly this chapter we will be studying only 2 by 2 order determinant. 2 by 2 order determinant. Now, what is 2 by 2 order determinant? Okay, let us say this is a determinant. Okay. Okay, let us do one thing. Suppose you are given these two equations, x plus 3y is equal to 6, and about 2x plus 6y is equal to 9. Okay, so these are the two simultaneous equations given. Okay, now what is the Cramer rule? How you can solve this simultaneous equation by Cramer rule? So first of all, one of the part of the Cramer rule, you have to write this equation in determinant form. Okay. Now, how you can write this equation in determinant form? Let us say determinant D. Now, you can write this equation in determinant form. For example, now what is the coefficient? Let us take the first equation number 1. X plus 3y is equal to 6. So, what you will be taking in the determinant? The coefficient here, the coefficient of x means the number before x. This is 1. Okay, so write down 1 over here. And what is the coefficient of y? The number with the y is 3. So 3 is the coefficient of y for the first equation. So this is for the first equation. Then what about the second equation? The coefficient of x is the number with the x is 2. Okay, for this, as far as this equation is concerned, so number with the x is 2, and what is the number with the y is 6. So that's all. So this way you have written these two equations in the determinant form. Okay, forget about 6 and 9. Okay, we will talk about later. So this is the determinant. Now how to solve this determinant? See, we have taken coefficient of equation 1 and 2. Okay, now how you can solve this determinant? See, solving of determinants is nothing but you have to cross these two numbers. Okay, so 1 into 6 minus, take a minus, and then this number 3 and 2. Okay, so 3 into 2. Okay, so what is the answer? It's going to be 6 minus 6. So answer is 0. Okay. So this is the value of the determinant now. Okay. So uh, so you have find out what is D. Okay, for these two equation. So first of all, using these two equations, you will find out the D. Okay, and we have solved this determinant, and our value is 0. Okay, what value of D is 0. Now the next step is that, so I am talking about the Cramer rule. Okay, these two equations are given. You have to find D. Then in the next step, in the next step is Cramer rule. Cramer rule. In the next step, I will write this equation 3y is equal to 6. Again, equation number 1. 2x plus 6y is equal to 9. This is equation number 2. Okay, and we have got its value, that is D is 0. Okay, D is 0. Now by using this Cramer method, you have to find D first. Okay, that we have found. The next is you have to find dx and dy. Okay, dy. Okay, so how you find the dx? So dx you can find out this way. You have to again write a determinant. Okay, now here what are the component, the coefficient of x here? For equation 1, coefficient is 1. For equation 2, coefficient of x is 2. Okay, so now to find out dx, you don't have to enter these two coefficients, but instead what you will enter, in these two places you will enter 6 and 9. 6 and 9. Okay, and then you will write the coefficient of y, and for this equation coefficient of y, for equation 1 coefficient of y is 3. For equation coefficient of equation of 2, coefficient of y is 6. Okay, so this way you have written this determinant. Now you have to solve this determinant. So how will you solve? 6 into 9, sorry, this way, 6 into 6 minus 3 into 9. Okay, now what is your answer? Your answer is 6 into 6 is 36 minus 27. Okay, so I think your answer is 9. Okay, so you got a dx as 9. Alright, then you have to find out the value of dy. For dy, what you will take? For dy, to find out the dy, you have to write again a determinant. Okay, now here the thing is that, see, these are the coefficient of y for equation 1 and 2, one above other, so 3 and 6. But you don't have to write these 3 and 6 over here. Instead you will write these numbers 6 and 9. They are equal to equation number. Okay, this is 6 for equation number 1 is 6 and equation number 2 is 9. Okay, so in place of the y coefficient you have written these two numbers, and for x you have to enter these two coefficients 1 and 2. That's all. Now you solve this determinant. So what is I will solve 1 into 9 minus 6 into 2. Okay, 6 into 2. You have to cross multiply. So what is your answer? 9 minus 12. 9 minus 12. So this is your minus 3. So you got the value of dy as minus 3. Okay. And next, Cramer rule says that you can find now the value of x and y by by finding the ratio. What is that? To find the x variable, you take the ratio d upon dx. Okay, and to find the y, we will be taking. Uh, sorry, it's not dx upon d, and here dy upon d. Okay, dy upon d. Now what is the dx? We already found out 9. And what is the d? It's 0. So again your answer is infinity. Okay, and here again the same thing, 3 upon 0. So again your answer is infinity. So this way you can find the value of x and y. You can find the value of x and y using the Cramer rule. That is, it is going to be a determinant method. Okay. So what you have to do? First of all, you write out the equation, the given simultaneous equation. Then you find the value of d, and after that you have to find the value of dx and dy, as I told you. Okay, and then x and y value can be found out by this formula. Okay, for x it is going to be a ratio of dx upon d, and for y it is upon a ratio of dy upon d. Okay, so this way you can solve this simultaneous equation by using the Cramer rule, and that is a determinant method. Okay, now let us move to practice set 1.3, and we'll solve some examples so that this idea or the rule will be very clear to you. Okay student, now let us go for to solve the practice set 1.3. Practice set 1.3. Actually there are 3 questions in the practice set 1.3. Okay, so the first one is fill in the blanks with correct number. Okay, now what they have given, say I will write the question as it is. A determinant is given, so this is the determinant they have given, and then 3 into in the box, okay, minus the box into 4 is equal to box, okay, here I write down here, box minus 8 is equal to box. Okay, so you have to solve. Now I told you how to solve this determinant. First you cross multiply this 3 and 5. So 3 is already given into 5. Okay. Then you cross multiply this, minus cross multiply 2 into 4. Okay. Now what is your answer over here? 5 into 3 is 15. Okay. And what about here? Yes, 2 into 4 is 8. Okay. Now 15 minus 8 is how much? 7. Okay, so this is your answer. So this way you can solve this question, fill in the blanks type. Okay, and now the next question is find the value of the following determinant. Find the value of following determinants. Okay, now there are 3 in this question, second question, there are 3 sub questions. Okay, number one minus 1, 7, 2 and 4. This is the determinant they are given. Now you have to solve this. So cross multiply this minus 1 into 4, then minus this 7 into 2. So what is the answer? Minus 4 and 14. Minus 4 and minus 14 is how much? Minus 80. Okay. So the answer for this determinant is minus 80. Next sub question is, you have been given this determinant 5 minus 7, 3 into 0 and 0. So I will go about solving this. Cross multiply this 5 into 0 minus cross multiply 3 into minus 7. Okay, so what is your answer? This 5 into 0 is 0 minus 7 3 is 21. So minus 21. Okay, because minus sign over here. Yes. So it is going to be 0. Now minus minus plus 21. So answer is 21. So this is your answer. Okay, for this determinant, the value of the determinant is 21. Okay, now the next question, sub question, that is C. This is tricky. 7 by 3, then 3 by 2, then 5 by 3 and 1 by 2. Okay, now I will solve this. 7 by 3 into 1 by 2 cross multiply minus 5 by 3 into 3 by 2. Okay, now yes, this can be simplified, and this is 7 upon 6. Okay, minus 5 by 2. Okay, 5 by 2. Okay, now LCM is for this 12. So here you have yes, you have to multiply here by 7 into 2, that is 14, minus here you have to multiply by 6, 5 into 6, 30. Okay, so your answer is minus 16, yes, minus 16 upon 12. So this is going to be 2 6 and 2 8, right? 2 3 and 2 4 by 3. Okay, and minus sign over. Okay, so your answer is minus 4 by 3. Okay, so this way you can find the value of the determinant, that is minus 4 by 3. So this is the second question that also we solved. Now let us move to solve the question number 3. Okay student, now let us move to question number 3. And the question number 3 is now you have to solve the simultaneous equation. Two simultaneous equations are given, and you have to solve this simultaneous equation using applying Cramer rule. Okay, so solve the following simultaneous equations using Cramer's rules. Okay, there are in this question there are 6 sub questions. Okay, so let us solve one by one. Now first is First question is, they have given two simultaneous equation, 3x minus 4y is equal to 10, and this is equation number 1, and the equation number 2 is given as 4x plus 3y is equal to 5, that is equation number 2. Okay, now before the starting of this lecture, I have told how you can solve this equation using Cramer rule. In using Cramer rule, you have to find first d, and then you will be finding dx, and then you will be finding dy. Okay, and then using these values we can find the x and y values by formula. X is equal to dx upon d and y is equal to dy upon d. Okay, so let us find this d, dx and dy. Okay, so finding d, we will be finding d, determinant. So to find d, what you have to do, see, this coefficient of x is 3 for equation number 1, for equation number 2 coefficient of x is 4, write down. Then coefficient of y for equation number 1 is this minus 4, and the coefficient of y for equation 2 is plus 3. Okay, so you write down 3. Then you solve this determinant like this, cross multiply 3 into 3 and minus 4 into minus, so minus 4 into 4. Okay, so what we will get? We will get this 3 into 3 is 9, minus 4 into 4 is minus 16. So 9 minus will become plus, so 25. Okay, so d, you got the value of d as 25. Then next is finding dx. So how will you find dx? Simply what you have to do, you first note down the determinant, write down the determinant. So in place of x coefficient you will write these values 10 and 5, and for y you will be writing the same value. This is for this in the second column you are writing minus 3 and plus 3, minus 4 and plus 3. So I will solve this. 10 into 3 minus, now this is minus 4 into 5. Okay, so this is 30 minus 4 into 5 minus 20. Okay, so your answer is 30 minus plus, so 20, so this will be 50. So dx is 50. Okay, now let us find dy. Okay, dy. Now how to find a dy? To find dy, what you have to do? You have to write the determinant first. In place of y, now you will be put these two values, 10 and 5. Okay, and coefficient of x and this coefficient of x we will be writing like this 7. Okay, alright. Now you have to solve this equation, this determinant. So 3 into 5, 3 into 5 minus this 10 into 4. Okay, 10 into 4. So your answer will be 15 minus 40. So that is minus 25. Okay, minus. So so you have find dx and dy. Okay, so note it down. So your dx is 25, d is 25, dx is 50 and dy is minus 25. So you got a value ds 25, okay, then dx is 50 and dy is 20 minus 25. So your x will be dx upon d. Now what is dx is 50 and what is d 25. So 50 upon 25 is 2, okay, and y is how much? Dy upon d. Okay, what is dy? Minus 25, and what is d? 25. So this will be minus 1. 25, 25, 1, and here 25 2 is 1. Okay, so 2 and here minus 1. Okay, so x is 2 and y is minus 1. Okay, so you can write down this way, x comma y. So that is going to be 2 minus 1. Okay, is the solution for given simultaneous equations. SE stands for simultaneous equations. Okay, so this way you can solve this equation. Now let us go for the second question. The same way you have to solve the second question also. So what is it? Second question. Second question is you are given two equations. Second that is the 4x plus 3y is minus 4 is equal to 0, and this is equation number 1. So another equation is 6x is equal to 8 minus 5y. Okay, this is equation number 2. Now this is tricky. This equation you have to find out in the standard form. Okay, to solve the simultaneous equation by using Cramer rule. So what we will do for this equation number 2? See, 4x plus 3y. You take this 4 on that side equation. So minus 4. If you take on this side, it will become plus 4. Okay. So actually this become your now equation number 1. Now what about this? See, you need to have this like this equation. Sorry, it's 3y. So 6x. Then you take this 5y over here. So if it goes over there on that side, it becomes plus 5y, and this 8 will remain as such. So this becomes your equation number 2. Okay. Now you can solve these two equations. Now these two equations to be solved using the Cramer rule. So you will be actually solving these two equations now. So given equation were not proper, so you have to make it in the proper form so that you can use them to solve the using the Cramer rule. Okay. So now your equation number 2 is 6x plus 5y is equal to 8. And now you can solve this by using the Cramer rule. So the idea is the same. First of you will be finding d. Okay, d. So for that purpose you have to write the determinant first. So 4 for 6 and 3 and y. Okay, now solve this. Cross multiply 4 into 5 minus 3 into 6. Okay, so this is going to be 20 and this is going to be 18. So answer is 2. So value of d is 2. Now similarly dx, find out write down the determinant. Now in x values over here we will write 4 and 8. Okay, and for second column we will be writing y coefficient 3 and 5. Okay, so cross multiply 4 into 5 minus 3 into 8. So your answer is 45 minus 24. So this is going to be 21. right? 21. Alright, now what is dy? So you again write a determinant. Now here uh, instead of for x coefficient we will be writing as such, and for the this second column, instead of writing y coefficient we will be writing this 4 and 8. Now you can solve this. So 4 into 8 minus 4 into 6. So this is going to be 32. Okay. So your answer is 8. Okay. So now see, you have found the value of d, dx and dy. So what is d? Value of d is 2. Okay. So value of d is 2. What is the value of dx? Is 21. And what is the value of dy? Is 8. So it is 8. Okay, alright. Now you can find the x is dx upon d. So that is 21 upon 2. So that comes to be, okay, there is only the answer. Okay, so x is 21 upon 2. And what is about dy? What is the y value? dy upon d. What is dy is 8 and d is 2. So 4 upon 2 is 4. Okay. So y is 4. So what are the coefficients? See, y, x and y. So x is 21 upon 2, comma, what is the value of y? 4. Okay. So is the solution for the given simultaneous equations. Okay. Given simultaneous equation. Okay. So this is the second sub question that we solved. Now the third sub question, third, 4 and 5 are on the similar line, the way I solved the sub question 1 and 2. So 3, 4 and 5 that you will be solving. I will straight away go to the last sub question of this practice set. Okay, so that is so last question, that is the sixth number. The question is, they are given 2x plus 3y is equal to 2. This is the simultaneous equation. 2x minus y by 2 is equal to 1.5. This is the second equation. Okay, now I will go for solving. So first you have to find the d. Okay, to find the d, you will be taking the coefficient of x and y of this simultaneous equation. So 2, 1, this is 1, and this is 3, and this is, see now here y upon 2, so it will be a minus 1 upon 2. Okay, coefficient of y in this case. So how it so cross multiply 2 means 1 by 2 minus 3 into 1. So this is going to be minus 1 and minus 3, that is minus 4. So d value is minus 4. Now let us find dx. So write down the dx at this determinant. X we will be putting this value 2 and 1.5, and for y it will be 3 minus 1 by 2. Okay, so 2 into minus 1 by 2 minus 3 into 1 by 2. Okay, so 2, 2, so this is going to be minus 1 minus 3 by 2. Okay, so your answer will see, take LCM 2, and this is minus 2 and minus 3. So this is minus 2 upon 2. So your dx value is minus 5 upon 2. minus 5 upon 2. Let me write over here. It's minus 5 by 2. Okay, now let us go for solving dy. Write down the determinant. Instead of y value, we will be putting 2.5. So 2.5. And x coefficient will be writing as it is. Yeah. Now we have to simply solve this determinant. 2 into 1 by 2 minus 2 into 1. Okay, yes. So this will be crossing. Yes. So your answer is here 1 minus 2. So minus 1. Okay, so dy is minus 1. Is minus 1. Okay, dy is minus 1. Yes. So you have found dy is minus 4, dx is this much, and dy is this much. Is 4 minus 5 upon 2. Minus 5 upon 2, and dy is minus 1. Okay, now coefficient, x will be dx upon d. So that is coming to be minus 5 by 2 upon 4, right? D is 4. So this comes around to be, yes, 4, no? Yes, yeah. So minus 5 upon 8. So x is minus 5 upon 8, and what about the y? Is dy upon d. So minus 1 upon minus 5 by 2. So the 2 will go, this minus final will get cancelled first. So 2 by 5. Okay, so y is equal to 2 by 5. Now, so therefore you can write the xy, value of xy is what? Minus 5 upon x upon 8, and y is 2 upon 5 is the solution for given simultaneous equations. Okay, given simultaneous equation. So this finish of practice set 1.3. Okay, so I will be making further video, and I will let you know. Thank you. Okay. Bye.